Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, as always, Ricky Ali. Tonight, we are just going to be discussing something very important about our country, Liberia. So, I will share the number to call and be a part of the show because I wanted to be very, very interactive. So, if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome. Please be a part of the show. If you're flipping through Facebook, make call. I'm going to share the number so you can make your call and share your perspective. We are going to just, for a short time, discuss the thing about the content development form that was initiated by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 2007. So, what is the main purpose of this content development form? Has it been fulfilled for the content? Um, So we are going to discuss that. But first, we got to understand the meaning of what content development form is. Um, you know, in the US here, when they talk about content development form, these are forms that help the country and provide decent and affordable home houses. You see, the content development form also help to provide decent and affordable housing, clean and safe neighborhood, and also create an economic opportunity for people that live within that country. So, what is the main reason why we always talk about content development form in Liberia? So, I'm going to share the number because I want the discussion tonight to be very interactive. So I'm going to share the number, and I want you to call and share your perspective uh, so that we can have a discussion tonight. So bear with me 1 second as I share the number so you can make your call. Yeah, what is the main reason for this thing called content development form? So you can see the number that's on the screen. If you are viewing the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and we are just discussing the importance of this thing called content development form that our leaders always talk about, uh, and how has it really affected the people of the content for which this whole issue were enacted 2027 and 2007 rather. So, the kind of development fund is a money, right, that the government gave to the county every year to do what? To do their own development at the county level. So that's a money that is given that the Liberian government give every year to each county to carry out development within those specific county. So, what is the aim for which that money is being given? So, join the conversation tonight. You see the number on the screen. Call and share your perspective so that you can be a part of the discussion tonight. So, the main aim of that kind of development fund is at building the capacity of self-development within the community or within a content, so as to be able to articulate and fulfill their development need as a community or as a county and its certain group within one community. So, take for instance, if the county development fund is given to whoever for that county, say for instance, maybe the superintendent of that county received certain money for certain project. That project should benefit the people of that county, the community of that county. So that's what we are discussing today. So if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show, and I'm your host Ricky Ali. We are discussing what is the accent and how has the whole thing about county development fund affected the lives of the people at the county level. So join the discussion tonight. The number is on the screen. You can call, and I will have you share your perspective, be a part of the conversation. How has the county development fund helped all of those counties to make the difference in the lives of our people? Because most of the money that are given to see things happen in those countries. So we are discussing what is the extent. This country development fund was enacted in 2007 by our previous government, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for the reason why it was in to why carry on why development and capacity building for every specific country to receive certain thing every year. So there's the money that the government gives to every country every year to be used to develop a country. So we are discussing why has that money really affected the lives of the people, or has it just been something that somebody just control and eat? So join the conversation tonight. We are discussing the county development fund. The county development fund should be used for the county, and it should be used in a proper manner in a way that the people who are part of that county and community are benefited from the county development fund. So we are saying the money is in for development within the county level. So has that money really affected the lives of our people? So join the conversation, make your call. If you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, join the conversation and just share your perspective. So I'm looking forward to the first caller so that we can have discuss this thing, because it's all about country Liberia. We want to see a better Liberia, and that is what most time I try to engage leaders, engage some other uh, uh, government officials to do the right thing, because they have the responsibility to do so. Uh, I mean, it's not just about getting the job; it's about doing what is right, uh, what is necessary, your reasonable service to your country. What is your reasonable service to your country? You want a job. You know, I noticed that more people want government job these days. So you see the private sector. I mean, a lot of people don't want to work in the private sector. They feel that the private sector is a good place to work. It's just that because the way we created the status of our country and make that a lot of people think that the private sector is not equipped to make the people life better. No, private sector is a huge sector. Even in the Western world, the private sector make a lot of money. The private sector hired a lot of people. So they also provide the economic stability for our country, for the country. See, the private sector, because the government cannot employ everybody. See, so the private sector employ a lot of people. So join the conversation tonight. We are discussing the county development fund. One of the things my friend and I were having a conversation about this county development fund, and we both, agree, because the county development fund that is intended for the county uh, to be used to develop things within our county. We are not seeing, I've been to several counties when I went back home. Sometimes I traveled to some of those counties. And to be honest, I see something that need to be done for the county, and I don't see people thinking about it. You know, in every county, there should be a center, a training center, a center where you can have people learning different skills. Somebody want to be, let's say, a CNA. Somebody want to be, let's say, a nurse. Somebody want to be have different computer, electric. So people want to go to school. People want to learn a lot of things. A lot of young people today, they are just looming around because there is no room for opportunity for them to do something. So county development fund are intended to do the kind of thing, capacity building. How do you build capacity? It doesn't mean we're just going open government toilet. Getting the county development fund is the open government toilet or build hemp pond. Those are all good too. But you got to build those young people who are growing, who are coming out, build a capacity and use the money so that you can be able to develop them. Because if they are skilled and have those different career paths, they are able to survive for new things. If the country become a better place where they have all of foreign investors coming with different investment, they are able to benefit. It's not all about government. So we are discussing the county development fund. So if you want to be a part of the show, please see the number on the screen. Call so that we can have a discussion tonight. So I'm looking forward to my first caller for tonight. If you're watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the Rahim Show. This is where we discuss the issue and we don't eat Prayer with Sheen, we discuss the actual issue because we want to see society become a better place for every one of us. Because if we all have the same mind and make this world a better place, I don't think we have some of the evil things that are happening today. So, during the conversation tonight, we are discussing the county development fund. What is the purpose of that money, and has it been used properly to benefit the county, the very county? That money is in to do a capacity building and to develop some of the community within the county. So, has the money really benefited the people of the county? Join me tonight. Let's discuss that. The number is on the screen, 443 312 9435. You can call that number and we can be able to have a discussion. When you call, please just give your name and then you can tell me what you have to share on the show. So I'm looking forward to my first caller for tonight. Let's have a very unique discussion tonight on the show. County Development Fund. Money that is given to every county that the government raise every year and give to every county for development within our county. What is the purpose of that money and what is that money in towards? That's what we are discussing. Because we have seen that people eat that money and nothing is done within the county. We want the money to be used for the right reason it was given for. So join the conversation tonight. If you feel that you have reason to tell that that money was used the right way, come and be a part of the discussion tonight so that we can, have a lengthy conversation tonight. So join the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali. I'm here waiting for my first caller. And if you want to call to be a part of the show, it's 443 312 9435. Join the conversation tonight. Let's discuss about a county development fund. What is the county development fund intended for? And what is the aim for which Ellen Johnson Sirleaf enacted that this in 2007 that this money should be given to every county to develop a county. So let's discuss tonight. The number is on the screen, 443 312 9435, and be a part of the conversation tonight. We are discussing the county development fund. What is the money intended for? And has the money really benefited the people within a specific county that the money is given to? So join the conversation tonight so that we can have a discussion. So I'm waiting for my first caller to be a part of our discussion tonight. We are just discussing about our common denominator, Mama Liberia. And everything that we are talking about here is just to make Liberia a better place. That's why on the Rahim Show, we discuss the issue. We don't beat around the bush because we want to see a better Liberia, a better society, and a better world that we all can exist with one another. We can coexist with one another. That is what we want to see our world become. So join the conversation tonight if you want to be a part of it. The number to call is 443 312 9435 and share your own perspective on the issue of the county development fund. What do you think the county development fund, what impact should it have on each county? What impact should that money have? But I believe that the money is supposed to be used to build at least a center, a training center for young people. I see a lot of the young people are looming. They're not doing anything because we don't create an avenue, a capacity building. Liberian young people have talent. I tell you, younger people have talent in Liberia. But sometimes if you don't have the support, your talent can die. Seriously, Liberians have talent. If only we can recognize the talent, we will make our country a better place. I tell you, other countries are recognizing they have a lot of avenue for people to do a lot of things. They have other people who can do modeling. They have people who can do different style. Liberians have talent. What are we doing to really fulfill these talent that these people have? That is why we are discussing about the county development fund tonight. What is the aim for which that money is given to every county? And has they been able to fulfill the real reason that money was given to each county for? So join the conversation tonight. The number to call is 443 312 9435 and be a part of the conversation so that we can discuss this thing about county development fund. All we are talking tonight is to make sure that whatever money that is given for that county is used for the right reason and benefit the people of that county. So join the conversation tonight. I'm waiting for my first caller. If you want to be a part of the show, you can send me an invite and I can bring you here so that we can discuss the issue in studio. The number to call is 443-312-9435, so that you can be a part and share your perspective. We want to see a better Liberia. So we are discussing the county development fund tonight. What is the purpose for that county development fund? What is the reason, and how has that money really benefited the country? How? So we are discussing that tonight. So make a call so that we can be able to discuss that tonight. In America, most of the money that is intended for money, the money that is given to the country, it helps to provide affordable homes. It helps for so many reasons. Housing, clean and safe neighborhood. That's why you see a lot of people are cleaning, doing a lot of construction work in a different neighborhood, because it's benefiting the people. Create some economic opportunity for young people in the community. You have different centers in Baltimore County. You have center that help to train people in Maryland County. They have in Columbia. They have the Howard County, different center to train people. Even elderly people get benefit from these different funds that government give the country. What do we do with our own fund when it is given to the country? So that's what we are discussing tonight. If you want to be a part of the show, just send me a link and send me an invite and send me a text, and I will send you an invite, and I send you the link so you can join the conversation. But if you want to make a call and contribute and share your perspective, the number to call is 443-312-9435. I'm still waiting for my first caller. I saw somebody make a comment. And also, if you're watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, please make some comments, share our podcast, and also like and follow us. We will highly appreciate that. And I also want to salute all of my followers. They are doing an amazing work for following our show, for keeping our platform very active. And for some of you who are still thinking about following our show, we are in the business of just encouraging and making our society a better place. And we want to see Mama Liberia become a better place for every one of us. That is why we are using our platform to engage constructively and make sure that we talk about things. We don't want to conceal some of the things that we know that is hurting our society and affecting our people. That is why we are discussing things about our country and making sure that Liberia become a better place, not just for me, but for all of us as Liberians. We want to see a better Liberia. So we are engaging. What is the purpose of this county development fund? And how has this money really affected the county? So that's what we are discussing tonight. If you have your concern or you want to be a part of the show, the number to call is 443-312-9435. Call and share your perspective, and I would highly appreciate that. And also, if you're following the show, please make some comments, share the podcast, and also we will highly appreciate that. So we are discussing about county development fund. County development fund, it was initiated by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in 2007. The aim was the government gave money to the county every year, and that money is to do certain development within the community of that county. So let's look at it from the county perspective. How has that money really benefited the county? I'm saying, for my own suggestion, I think there's something about training center is missing in each county. Each county should have a capacity building center where people are able to learn different skill set. Young people are roaming all over the places. They don't have the skill set they need. And Liberian, I tell you, Liberian people got talent. Young Liberians have talent. Young Liberians have talent, but they don't have the opportunity to really unleash their potential. So those are opportunities that you can create to make, and all of the things have an economic benefit for the country. Because, take for instance, more people are educated. I tell you, is a good thing for the country. More people are educated. More people have different skill set in different things. The country benefit, because lack of knowledge. What happens? My people perish. But when people have knowledge and doing the right thing, it helps to even relieve some of the problem we have today. So we are discussing about the county development fund. If you're following the show, please make some comment, like, and if you want to be a part of the show or make your contribution, call the number 443-312-9435 and share your perspective. We highly appreciate that. And if you're following the show, please like and subscribe, and also make some comment. I need to encourage us. We are in the business of just making our world a better place. We want to see a better Liberia. That is why most of the time when we come here, we discuss issues that affect our common denominator, issues that affect our society, things that we want to see don't be done right, so that we can live in a world where we can coexist, we can live with one another and have a better society. So that is what we are discussing, and we are discussing Liberia tonight. What is the main reason why you see that the county development fund is given to each county? Why is it the county development fund is always given to a county? For what reason? And how has this particular money affected the lives of the people within the community in that county? That's what we are discussing. So call and share your perspective. If you can call, make some comment, and just share your question, share your idea. But if you have comment, if you're watching, perhaps maybe you're not able to call the US number. Just share your comment, and I will read your comment and even share it with people. So make some comment. We are looking forward to comment. We are looking forward to comment. We are looking forward to comment. So I'm going to be going on Facebook to see how many people have made comment. So I'm looking forward to your comment. If you're watching the show, make some comments, share the podcast, and we highly appreciate that. For some of you who might just flip through Facebook, we are discussing the county development fund on our show tonight. We want to know that the main reason why the county development fund was given to each county. The main reason, we all know that it was intended to develop community within our country. That is why we are saying, has the country really benefit from this particular thing called county development fund? So if you want to share your idea, and if you can be able to get the number on the screen and call and share your perspective, we will highly appreciate it. The number to call is 443-312-9435. Call in and share your perspective so that we can have a good discussion. And what we are discussing tonight is just something to benefit our own country, and something for you and I to understand why this money are meant to do the right things, and we want to see the right thing done in Liberia. Because over the year, I tell you, we have seen year after year after year after year, when things are done, people go with impunity. We don't want to see Liberia driven into that same path where we revolve into a cycle. We see the same thing happening over and over and over and over. Then we are not heading anywhere. That is why you see other countries are moving far, because the leaders are visionary person, and they want to see a better life. They want to see a better country. That's why they do whatever they do. Look at the country Rwanda. Rwanda have the worst crisis. Rwanda have the worst crisis, but yet the leader, see what he's doing, is the cleanest country in East Africa. So I just tell you that when you plan to do something and you have your mind to do it so that you can leave a legacy behind. And that's what we are saying. We want the leader to know that when they are given the opportunity, because we put them in those places so that they can be able to do the right thing. So follow our Rahim podcast for many videos, and share the podcast. If you're watching, my name is Raki Ali. I'm your host as always on the show. You can call in 443-312-9435 to share your perspective. And if you're watching the show and for some reason you cannot call because the number is a US number, you can also send your text, write something and I will read out your text, and then I can be able to, you can be a part of the conversation with your text and your comment as well. So we are discussing the county development fund. The county development fund. What is the importance of the county thing called county development fund? The money, it is the money that the government gave to, and that's the county every year to do what their development. It's just simple as that. The money that the government gave to every county every year to carry out development within the country, because the government cannot just go in every country, and it is true the government will do some things in different countries, but the government prepare the money, lay aside those money for each country so that they can be able to do something within a country. So that's what we are discussing, and that money is in toward building the capacity of self-development within that community, within the community of that country. You got to build some self-development. And how do you build self-development? You have to build people by creating a training, a center where people can be able to benefit from some of the different skill set that you will introduce in different countries. So that's what we are discussing tonight. So if you want to be a part of the show tonight, make your call from the US here, be a part of the show by calling 443-312-9435. And then also, if you can call directly and you want to make comment, please make comment to the Facebook link or to the live screen. We will read out your comments. So let me go to the comment section and see who have made some comment. And I think somebody made some comment. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, somebody sent me a message. Say, yeah, you are right. The content development fund should be intended for every content and should be used wisely for the benefit of the people. Yes, exactly. You see, somebody shoot me a text. Oh, yeah. You see, the person is saying that, yes, you are right, Ricky. The content development fund should be used for the right reason. It should be used wisely because the money is not just money that just fall, and just came, into the content. It's the money that the government have to raise every year for each content to do what as a capacity building for every community within our content. So the money should be used for the right reason. It should be used wisely. That's why this fellow who texted me on Facebook is saying, yes, I agree with you, brother. You see, the money should be used for our content. That's why we want to see a better Liberia. That is why we always have this kind of show so that we can be able to use our platform as a medium of change to see a better country. So join the conversation tonight by calling 443-312-9435 and share your perspective. You can also make some comment, and I'll read out your comment, just as somebody sent me a personal comment trying to contribute to the topic tonight. We are discussing the county development fund. We are saying the county development fund, it was initiated by early in 2007, money that aimed towards helping every county every year. They raise that money and give it to the county for their own development, to develop community within that county. So has that money really make any impact, or has that money really been, let's say, implemented to the extent where the county and the people benefit? That's what we are discussing. So make your contribution by texting or by calling that number and share your perspective so that we can be able to discuss this, because everything we are talking here, we are not pinpointing anyone. We are not pinpointing. We are only discussing things that will benefit our country, Mama Liberia. So if you want to be a part of the show, please um, call that number on the screen, 443-312-9435, and share your perspective. You can also do it by text, or you can also do it by comment, and I will read out that. So we are discussing our country, Liberia. We are discussing our country. What is the main reason the County Development Fund was initiated, and how has it been able to benefit the county and the people at large? So that's what we are discussing. So if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to even come live in studio and be a part of this conversation tonight, please send me a message and I will just send you the link. You log on and we can have this discussion tonight. We are discussing county development fund. In America here, most of the time when money is given to the county, you see how it benefits the people within our county. You see a lot of affordable housing because some people are low income people. They benefit from some of the money because government subsidize some of these things to help people, because they know that a lot of people don't have the same, you see the fingers, all of them are not the same. Some people are all the way here, some people are here. So everybody don't have the same income or financial standing. So that's why the county development fund help to provide things that people who don't have the hand, they become a beneficiary of that development. So that's what we are discussing tonight. Has the county development fund in Liberia, has that money really affected the community within the county? Because that money was intended to do some sort of capacity building and development within our country. So if you want to be a part of the show, please call that number and share your perspective. I'm looking for my first caller who will call in and be a part of the show tonight. And then also, if you can call and you're watching and you can do it, you shoot me a text, do that. Like the fellow who just shoot me a text and, told me that, yeah, I agree with you, brother. I mean, the money for the county development fund obviously should be used to benefit the county. Because, take for instance, if $1 million were allocated for each county, that money has to be used wisely, that it will benefit the people of the country. And that's what we are discussing tonight. Has the money been used wisely, like my brother, asked a question or said? Has that money been used wisely to affect the country or to benefit the country? That's what we are saying. So call in. The number to call is 443-312-9435 and share your perspective so that we can we can have a great discussion tonight. So I'm looking forward. And then go to the comment section too. I'm going to the comment section. I'm going to the comment section. Let me see. Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, good evening, my sister Antoinette. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. She's always supporting our platform and always supporting all the good thing we do here. We are doing these things just to make sure that we see people see reason why we are saying we are talking about this thing. We wouldn't sit silent and allow people to just make use the resources of our country and make use the way our country is supposed to be right now. Liberia is supposed to be, I think, by far, Liberia deserve better. A lot of you will agree with me that our country deserve better. A lot of you will agree with me. We have seen other countries moving to their stand. Things are happening in our country, and we want to see things that happen in our country. You know, I was on a platform recently, and we're discussing about Liberian Housing Authority. Where is Liberian Housing Authority? What are they doing? Have they died naturally or what? We don't hear anything about those kind of agency or so. So, but it is a different topic, to discuss. But I was just part of somebody, platform where they were discussing about that. We want to see a better Liberia. That is why we tried our best to have this kind of constructive conversation. And if you want to be a part of the show and come here and share your perspective, I mean, feel free. This is somewhere where we expect Liberian to be to come and be, come and make impact, because we are all here making doing making sense so that we can see a better Liberia. So thank you, Antoinette. Antoinette is one of my sisters who always contribute to the show. Thank you for your comment. Good evening to you and your family. I'm still waiting for my first caller on the show to call in and share his or her perspective regarding the topic. We are talking about a county development fund. That money, that county development fund aspects were enacted in 2007 by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Why? It was in to carry on capacity building and development within the county, within each county. So, for instance, I'm just hypothetically saying that if you give each county $1 million to carry out development, has the money really affect the lives, or if has that money really affected the lives of the people within that county, or make some sort of changes for all to see? Because I see the thing happening within where I am, Howard County. I see what can happen when the government give money to the county for some kind of development. I see the impact, and I also benefit. So when I see those things, I begin to talk about my country too, because I want to see if we have this thing in place called County Development Fund. That money that is allocated for that county every year should be something that will benefit the county and the people and the community as well. So has that money really affected the county, or has it been something where we just see the same scenario? So that's what we are discussing tonight. If you want to be a part of the show and you live in the USA, you can call the number 443-312-9435 and just share your perspective. Or better still, you can make comment. Look in the comment section. You can make your comment if you supported the discussion tonight. Just say something in the comment section and we will read out your comment. Somebody sent me a message saying, yes, they do agree that a county development fund should be used wisely for the benefit of the county. So that's true. The money should be used wisely, because that is why I always tell people, when I learned this thing from a fellow who was speaking about a trend in project management called implementation visibility, and that was true. Most of the time, we don't see implementation visibility in Liberia. We don't see it. You give somebody $1 million to do project, they would rather take half of that money and eat it. Then the project, the full implementation of that project will not be implemented, because why? Their money has already been jeopardized. So you will end up buying cheap item because you want to fulfill the project, and that project will not be strong as expected. So that is a problem we've been fixed with in Liberia. That is a problem. And we want to see a better Liberia. That's why we are discussing this. So feel free to call on the show. And then also, if you want to be a part of our conversation tonight, just send me a message. I'm willing to send you an invite and you come in studio so we can have a very fruitful discussion. We are discussing the county development fund. County development fund. You know, that money, it was intended. It was intended. That money is geared toward capacity building and development within each county. Has that money really benefited the people of those county? Has that money really benefited the people of those county? So call in and share your perspective tonight, and I would highly appreciate it. And please share the podcast as well. Make some comment. Make some comment. I know, make some comment regarding the topic. And if you're watching the show and you want to call in and share your perspective, the number to call is 443 312 9435. And then if for some reason you cannot call because of the US number and you want to make comment or you want to share your perspective, you can do it via text or comment, and I will read out your comment. So be a part of the show tonight. This is the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, as always. So let's talk about this. This is something we have to talk about because we want to see changes within our country, Liberia. Liberia is our common denominator. Our common denominator, we can, no, under no circumstances we can just say we keep silent about our country and watch things happen. No, we're not gonna sit and watch things unfold. We want to see a better country. So folks, be a part of the show tonight. The number is on the screen. If you live in the US, I get a lot of you are watching the show tonight on Facebook. Share your perspective. Don't be ashamed. Just share, because I mean we are all here to make Liberia a better place. We are here discussing our country. And I mean, for me, I love Liberia. And I want to be in Liberia almost every year. I love Liberia. And loving Liberia doesn't mean I want any government job. I got friends who are ministers in Liberia right now. But I can leave my family and go there because even the money I will be paid, it will not be that much. I can make sacrifice, but not at this point, you know. But I don't need government job. I only want to see a better Liberia because I'm a business-oriented person. I love business, and most of the time I teach business on this platform. I teach a lot of things about business. A lot of you might take these things that I teach you for granted, but the things are very rare, very important things that I teach. You know, and don't take it lightly. Me, I already got vast ideas about doing business, and I got a lot of approaches and a lot of things about doing business. So I'm a business-oriented person. I'm an entrepreneur and a very innovative person because I want to own my own business in the long run, long life first. So we are discussing about the county development fund. County development fund is that money that the government gives to every county in Liberia every year. And that money is into what? Capacity building and development within the county. Different community within the county have to be impacted by that money. So that's what we are discussing. Has that money really been implemented for the reason it was given? That is what we are discussing tonight. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, please call in that number. I'm still waiting for my first caller, 443 312 9435, and share your perspective. And also, if you are watching, please share the podcast and make some comment. We highly appreciate that. And this is the Rahim Show. And feel free, if you want to be a part of this show, feel free and reach out to me. We show you the procedure, the way, so that you can be able to come in studio and share anything that is worthy of discussion. Feel free, come to me. We can discuss it in our studio here, and we can discuss it on the show here, and we go live for the entire world. This broadcast is published live. It's published live, and it is go all over the world because why? The status is public. It's not private. It's public. So a lot of people watch this. So that's what we are saying. If you feel that you can contribute toward our platform, feel free, come and be a part of the show, and we can discuss things to help change. You don't know the simple thing that we discuss here can make an impact, and you don't even know that we were all created to make that change for our society. So that is why I'm doing as at Rahim Show. I don't get tired. I come from work. I don't even get tired, and I'm here at this time of the night having the show discussing about my country because why? I want to see a better country. That is why we are discussing tonight. What is the main reason this money called County Development Fund is given to every county? And we all know that it is given for the reason of why capacity building and development within that country. Yet, has that money affected the lives of the people within that country? That's what we are discussing. Has that money making an impact? That's what we are discussing. So share the podcast if you are watching, and if you want to be a part of the show, please reach out to me, and I will send you an invite so you can come in studio and we have a conversation. We want to have a couple of minutes to, wrap up, but it's been a very awesome time. One person made a comment, and one person reached out to me and shared a comment, and I see other people making comment. Thank you for your comment, and thank you for also sharing the podcast. I'm also encouraging everybody out there to be very authentic, because a lot of today we find a lot of people pretending to be what they are not. Some people have become imposter. So please be authentic. Try not to pretend to be what you are not. Whatever corner you find yourself, be satisfied with that corner and put God in first, and you will see how God will use your small corner to transform into a big corner. So never, compare yourself with anybody. Be yourself. One of the things I grew up, I don't try to be like anybody. People who have seen me play soccer with them and know that one. I'm very simple. I'm not a person who like, oh yes, I own this thing, I own that one. No, I'm very, when I go like, people can say, oh, the guy not even belong. He gave me, I like, somebody from America. Because what? Simplicity doesn't mean that you are naive. It doesn't mean that you are naive. It just try to tell you that, that none of those things are important. You have to be humble. Fill yourself with the spirit of humility. So we are discussing tonight. I guess a lot of people might be resting for work. Tomorrow, the week has just become. So a lot of people are resting. So I know a lot of people are working. But please share the podcast just in case if you watch our podcast. We were discussing about the County Development Fund. What is the main reason this money was given for, and the money was designed for, and has that money really affected the county as a whole? So we are discussing that about Liberia. Why are we discussing about Liberia? We'll keep discussing about Liberia until we see an impact, until we see the right things happen for our country. So folks, not to waste a lot of time here, because myself, I have to get ready for work tomorrow. I want to say thanks to all of you who follow and make a comment. I really appreciate the comment. The comment encouraged me more and more. As a podcast runner, it's always important to have the ability to consummate failure as a challenge. Most times to begin something, it can be very tough, but as things grow, that's when people become people see the value, and they begin to come, and say, oh yeah, I want to be a part of it, but they don't know that in the infant stage you went through a lot. But I'm willing to go through a lot, because tough time never lasts, but tough people do. So folks, I want to say thank you for some of you always follow our show. I've seen a lot of people follow the Rahim platform and make some comment, and some of the video that I share, they comment on that. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. This coming summer, we're going to raise something so that we can help the less fortunate people in Liberia. We're going to come up with something where we will help our less fortunate people in Liberia. It may be a specific home that we go to and just contribute. Always remember, life does not consist about what we can accumulate, but what we can give away. So your small things, a contribution to helping those people, could make an impact and could change our world. So thank you folks for tuning in. I want to say good night and God bless you. Bye for now.